Hello everyone, I am Gareth, or you probably know me as GaZzWaRs. Anyway, I decided to do a little Q&A, question and answer, for CityCraft. So let's get right on with it and see how it goes. Right, first question from SuperSlayer44. How did your username become? Well, I'm guessing that means where did my username come from? Well, basically my dear husband CubeWars had his username set as CubeWars, and I literally just could not be asked to think of an original username. So naturally, I just went with my name followed by Wars, to signify, of course, that I was indeed married to Cube Babe, or Wars, or whatever. Question number 2 is from Skady. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love to build? Well, hoo 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 hoo, ooh hoo, oh hoo hoo, hoo hoo, hoo hoo hoo, hoo hoo, hoo. 3. And number 3. This question comes from Phantom418. How long did it take you for your famous tutorial, and are you proud of it? Well, in total, my tutorials will have taken up I'd say about 20 hours of my life. Yeah, I'd say about 20 hours is pretty accurate. I mean, each tutorial takes about 4 hours, and I've done loads of tutorials. And of course, that's 20 hours including the one that I'm doing at the moment, which I'm tempted to give you a little sneak preview on, but ultimately it's not going to happen. Anywho, the 4th question is also from Phantom148. Phantom asks, what is your favourite thing about Build? That's referring to CityCraft Build, if you've not played on the server before. My favourite thing about Build has to be the people. I mean, the community really is fantastic. Even when I first came onto the server, it was good atmosphere, greeted well. I just generally felt at home, really. I mean, it is a great server, and I do think the people make it that way. Question number 5. This one comes from Windy, or Mr. Windy Pops, and it reads, which was your favourite tutorial to write and / or build for? Now this is a fairly easy question for me. My favourite tutorial to build for has to be probably the first one that I ever did. Not because I really enjoyed making a tutorial for the first time, but also because I actually learned quite a lot myself whilst making the tutorial. In fact, when I went to make a tutorial, at first I had no idea what I was going to do. I actually improvised the method that you see in my first tutorial on the spot with no planning, really. Number 6 is another one from Windy, or Mr. Windy Pops. And this one reads, if you could change one thing about CityCraft, what would it be? One thing on CityCraft. If I could change any one thing, what would it be? Dearie me, I honestly do not know. If I were to change one thing, okay, it would have to be to give literally everyone admin, and then just bring the chaos. Anyway, question 7 comes from Skady again, and it reads, do you like doggies? I can go on better, in fact. I actually have one of my own. Another question from Skady here, coming in at a solid number 8. And she asks, are you playing something else apart from Minecraft? Not at this very moment, obviously. But I do play PS3 games. I don't know if you ever heard of Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Power Battle Cars? That's definitely a favourite of mine. And it is real. Look it up. Alright, question number 9, also from Skady. Do you believe in the Nether? Of course I believe in the Nether. What do you take me for? And another one from Skady here. This one says, have any good gossip about CityCraft people? Actually, yeah, you'd be surprised. I do actually, but it's all, you know, shh, confidential. Question number 11. This one is from Forever a Gamer. Thanks for sending me a question in. He asks, if you are a boy and I am a boy, why do you call me Forever Babe? How do you know I'm a boy? Question number 12 is fired at me from Linux Fox, or Linux. Linux asks, what is the square root of life? You know, I actually did research for this, and I came up with a genuine answer. Let me just get this up here for you. Here it is. The answer is 6.48074069841. Now, before you think that that is just a random answer, it is not. You really do need to think about it. It took me a while to come up with. And you know, if you think you know how I got to that conclusion, then post in the comments below. Alrighty then. Number 13 from Spencer0908. This one simply reads, where are you from? Well, Spencer, I am from the UK, from a little town called Wonderville. No, I'm just from Congleton. And number 14, from Ehlakar. You seem very knowledgeable. Thank you. Therefore, have you ever been a build mod? If not, then have you ever thought about becoming one? Well, in all truth, no, I've never been a mod on CityCraft. As for the other part, however, I have thought about becoming one quite a lot of times, actually. I mean, everything at the start of my CityCraft career was to try and work my way up to moderator. And then it got to a stage where I realised that I enjoyed helping people. You know, that's why I continued to make tutorials after the mod positions had gone, and I continued to answer questions for new people and help out new people when all the mod positions had gone. So yeah, ultimately, yeah, I did want to become a mod, you know, especially at the start of CityCraft, but I can imagine most people did, to be honest. Right, number 15, and this particular question comes from Brandon1234W. Thanks for the question, Brandon. And it simply says, greatest achievement in CityCraft and / or Minecraft. Well, I've got to say, one of my proudest moments in Minecraft was when one of my tutorials reached the 105th most viewed topic on Reddit. I mean, that was a great feeling for me, because I knew that my tutorials had helped a wider range of people than just the CityCraft community. And also, of course, I got a lot of positive feedback, which really made me feel good about what I'd done and the amount of effort that I'd put in, really. As for CityCraft, my greatest achievement, well, it's more of a general thing, really. Just kind of stepping back and looking at the people I've made friends with and looking at the connections that I've made, it's a great feeling for me. Or it's that time I jumped. That time I jumped. That was a good time. And another one from Brandon1234W now, coming in at number 16. Brandon basically asks, favourite game apart from Minecraft? Now, I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the easiest questions I've ever had to answer in my entire life. I'll begin by saying, and I'm very sorry about this, but Minecraft is not my favourite game. Do you by any chance remember the game that I mentioned earlier in the video, entitled Supersonic Acrobatic Rocket Powered Battle Cars? It's just the greatest game ever. Hands down, no joke, in all honesty, I promise you, please go out and buy it. You will not regret it. It is so good. It's on the PSN store, 12 quid, something like that. Do it now. It's football with flying cars. What more could you want? Now number 17 from Lindovsky. Reading, do you have a boyfriend / girlfriend? And if so, what's his / her name? Actually, Lindov, I'm not in a relationship right now. And his name's Trent. And Ehel Car, something like that, I don't know, comes in at a solid 18 with his question, what is the value of A if 2AB equals 96, BC equals 30, and 7c equals 35. Well, that's easy. Simply divide the 35 by 7, making 5, of course. Then divide the 30 by 5, making 6. Divide 96 by 2, making 48. And finally divide 48 by 6, which, of course, makes 69. And 53 Gecko, 53, comes in with the last question of the night, number 19. Shame we couldn't get to 20, but still. Do you like geckos? Well, in all honesty, yes. I feel passionately passionate about geckos. Not just because my father was a gecko, but also because his father after him was a gecko too. So geckoness runs in the family, really. Anywho, thanks for the questions anyway. I mean, really, thank you. I really enjoyed making this video, and I'd love to do another one soon, and, you know, if enough people like this, then maybe I'll get to. So, thanks for listening and hopefully watching as well, and good night, I guess, or morning, depending on where you're viewing from. Cheers.